Joined by recently appointed #1 goaltender of the St. Louis Blues, Jake Allen. Thanks so much for coming in.
Not a problem.
Congratulations, first of all, on the new contract and what that means. But it has to be difficult. You see a teammate get traded in Brian Elliott.
Yeah, it is. You know, it's unfortunate because me and him were great friends, not just goaltending partners. We were friends on and off the ice, and I think he's excited about the opportunity, which is great for him. I think we both are. I think it was probably the best thing for both of us.
Right.
He gets a fresh start, and I get a chance in St. Louis, and you know, we had a great thing for a few years, and it's the way the business works.
Take us through your development in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League and some good years, and then of course the national junior team. How did that time in the league prepare you to make the next step to the AHL and now the NHL?
Yeah, you know, I think I was a little bit of a late bloomer myself. You know, coming into the Q at 17, I didn't know if I was going to make the team, and sort of just progressively I got bigger in stature and as a player as well throughout my career. So I think I just improved every year, and I think that's been the case for me since I started the Q when I was 17 in Newfoundland, and then worked my way up to Drummondville when I ended at 19, and then worked my way into the American Hockey League. I felt that personally and physically I've developed every year. I've progressed, and I still have a long way to go.
What does it mean? And I know Martin Brodeur is not, you know, hands-on, but he's still in the organization. What does it mean to have, you know, the best goaltender of all time, arguably, in earshot? Yeah.
It's pretty amazing, to be honest. It's pretty amazing just to see that he's around you every day.
Right.
It's not many people get to do that, and unfortunately for me, I get to play with him, and that's a pretty special feat for me as well. But to be able to just have him as another set of eyes, another voice of reason, you know, just someone that's watching the game, but also watching you, because he's a goaltender at heart, and he knows the position well. So I'm very fortunate and very lucky.
Take us through, Jake, real quickly, the balance of the pressure that you feel as a goaltender in, you know, the best league in the world, day in, day out. How do you balance that pressure? How do you stay balanced? How do you stay level? And now being a #1 guy.
You just try to stay even-keeled, and I think that's been a strength for me my whole career. You know, I'm a pretty easygoing, laid-back guy, and you know, once I leave the rink, it doesn't matter. Game's over. It's done, and that's my mentality. It always has been, and I think you progress with that mentality, especially when you turn to pro. When sometimes a junior, you can get away with it with your ability and your talent, but once you get to pro, you're playing against men and people who have played for, you know, 10 or 15 years, and they understand the game and the business. So I think it was a thing that I learned really quick my first year in the American Hockey League, that it's all about wins. It's not about stats. It's all about wins, and from a goaltender's perspective. And I think it's as soon as you leave the rink, you park it and let it be, and as soon as you get back to the rink the next day, then you put your focus hat on, and the same thing. I try to turn it off as soon as I leave and turn it on as soon as I get there.
On and off the ice, Jake, you're doing tremendous work in your hometown of Fredericton. What does it mean to give back and to come to these charitable events? And you have your own golf tournament last week as well. How rewarding is that, and the impact that you're seeing off the ice?
Yeah, I think it's just in me. I've always wanted to give back, and I didn't know when the right time would be, the right place. And you know, I think I brought it up last summer to my uncle, who's actually on our committee. He's the GM of the Moncton Wildcats, and we thought the idea was a great idea. Took a lot of work. It was my first big event like this. He's been part of many. Put a strong committee together, and you know, I'm very proud of where I come from. I always will come back here, and I'll be living here when I'm done hockey. So it's just a way that, you know, I want to give back to my local community and our province, and any way that's possible, I'll do it, and I enjoy it, and it's just a pleasure for me to do it.
Well, Jake, you're a big part of the St. Louis Blues moving forward. You got a great hockey club in front of you, and of course, you have a great hockey career in front of you as well. We really want to thank you for taking the time and continued success.
Thank you.
Awesome.